Well, hello from Breaking Down the Tape. This is Zach, and I'm waiting for Zach. He's in the middle of fucking East Bumblefuck, wherever. Got big boy John coming in right now.
Yo,
Hey,
yo,
what's happening, John?
what's good with you, bro?
I'm waiting for Zach. He's fighting. He's fighting with his computer right now.
Sick. Let me go turn these lights down behind me because I just realized they're bright as hell. I don't like how fucking bright this top light is.
So while Zach is fighting to get on, we are live this time. Live. Last time we had the head of the big boy committee was just a regular episode. We are live. We might have some comments that will pop up.
Sweet.
We'll have a few people watching. I am currently in the middle of East Bumblefuck somewhere in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh no, bro.
I'm doing this authentically from the vehicle.
Bro, driving through Virginia is
Yeah, traveling. I'm actually in the middle of moving. I just bought a brand new house, John.
oh snap. Here, wait. Let me turn these lights above me.
Yeah, I brought a brand new house over in Lexington, South Carolina.
Oh yeah.
I'm traveling down to go sign some papers with the woman, and I'm moving New Year's Eve.
Oh, there we go. That's fire, bro. Absolutely.
Hey, what's up, James from Boda? It's a homeboy that works for Breaking Down the Tape with us. He's a good homeboy. You already know. Hector gets what he gets. I'm in the holiday season. I'm ready to give. I brought you guys a special guest, Jon Seaton himself, the head of the Big Boy Committee. If you guys haven't heard that first episode we had with him, a little breakdown of what's been happening so Zach gets on. Zach had reached out to John almost a year ago, man.
Literally.
Almost a year ago.
I was on
Reached out to John. John was a sensation on TikTok with his funniness, and he gave us the chance to bring him on and have a ball and learn a little bit about himself. We found out, and we've kind of spoken into existence. John, you finally got signed.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
We kind of spoke that. Now people are you and a bunch of people. We saw that, and once we saw that you got signed, and I want you to tell the guys a little bit about yourself and what's going on with who you got signed with. But I'm excited for you.
Hey, appreciate you, man. So yeah, we got signed with. So it's a much longer story than people always entail. I originally, first off, out the way, once NIL dropped, signed with a current media company. That's my agent. Um, great guy. Him and his brother, they get down, they get some work done for real. Um, you know, it was that I took the path. I was like, yo, man, we gotta. What athletes are the most marketed athletes on the planet, and how are we gonna sort of find a way into this? And I was like, you know what? UFC fighters probably are some of the best, like most professionally marketed athletes on the planet because, like, in order for you to be a fighter and to be considered one of the best, you gotta talk the talk too, man. So we took that sort of route, and that's led to a whole bunch of stuff. We have an East Bay announcement that's coming soon. We got WWE that's coming soon. That's going to be pretty sick, and we got a bunch of stuff that's just going to be popping off. So I'm excited, man.
Let me find out if you pop up on a Monday Night Raw, get into it with Brock Lesnar or some shit. That'd be it. I'm gonna have to start. I gotta get back into wrestling. Not to get back into wrestling and start watching some more Monday night. And what was it? I think SmackDown's on Fridays now.
Yeah, Friday Night SmackDown, bro. Absolutely.
Hell yeah! Where the hell is Zach? We gotta get this boy in here. So we got the playoffs starting. We got the playoffs or coming up. The AFC has been. I don't know what the hell's going on with the AFC. We got like 8 and 6 teams. I don't know how you feeling about the AFC North right now, John.
Listen, man. AFC North. That is just hard nosed football at its finest every year, consistently. You know what I mean, bro? Like that. That is a that is a division where I feel like it's more of a fight than it is a game. You know, like because them boys is thick as shit. The AFC North is different, bro.
So out of the team, because right now I think what is it? The Bengals, the Ravens, and I think the Bengals and Ravens are 8-6. The Steelers are 7-6, and the Browns are 7-7.
Yeah,
I still got the Bengals taking it all, and I got the Bengals making a solid push in the playoffs.
I honestly think the Bengals gonna make a push too. I'm riding the Cincinnati wave this year, man.
And I know my buddy James from Bodo over here. He's a vivid Browns fan. He wasn't liking it on his pound for pound episode about the Browns when I came on and kind of started talking about the Bengals.
Why not? Why not?
He's a I mean, it's sad. I mean, I'm a Jets fan and I got to deal with being a Jets fan, but he's a Browns fan, and they got some hope, I guess, some playoff contention hope.
Yeah.
But every day he goes into watching the games and seeing either Baker get hurt or the team just give up easy wins.
Hey man,
I had to jump on and tell him that the Bengals are going to take the division. He didn't like that.
I'll tell you, there's no such thing as an easy win in that league, bro. Like, after being in high-level football for a year, or what a lot of people wouldn't even consider high-level football, but truthfully what is, there is no such thing as an easy win. Let me tell you, bro, that shit is always crazy. Like, it is nuts to see, like, the level of preparation that goes in all that kind of stuff. And, like, even after talking to a bunch of like, NFL guys, like, just seeing what they do week in and week out, and how much of absolute freaks they are, because you'll see people who were disgusting in college who never played down in the NFL. You like, damn, bro. So trust me, in that league, everything is neck and neck. That 0-16 team, man, is always close to beating that. They can always be close. They're talented enough to beat that like 15-0 team, bro. Like that shit is crazy.
I mean, look at the Lions. I wasn't expecting the Lions to pull out a win, let alone 2 back-to-back wins.
Absolutely.
And one against the goddamn Cardinals.
Yeah, man.
The Cardinals kind of just imploded on themselves in that game. Like I one to lose to the Lions, but then 2 to lose that badly.
Yeah, like you get caught lacking in that league, bro. That shit's clips. Like it's wild.
Now you got D-Hop out for the rest of the season, most likely. And I mean, the Cardinals. I feel bad because I thought they were going to make a good push, but without D-Hop, that's going to be very interesting how they end up replacing him, I should say. And there's Papa Smurf himself.
Hey,
What's up? What's up?
it's good.
I had to start it off without you. I had to bring on the big boy, let everybody introduce themselves.
Right on, right on. I can appreciate that. Sorry, I was having some tech problems. I'm actually on my phone right now because my computer's not working, so went to the phone.
So that's 2 out of 3 people on their phones because I'm doing this from my vehicle.
John's the only one that can be set up properly, I guess.
There you go. Hell yeah.
How you doing, big man? How you been?
I'm good, man. You got all my background nastiness in here. Oh, well. I'm chilling, man.
Don't stress, brother. Don't stress. We're a little not doing so great over here, apparently.
Just been working for real.
Yeah, I got like I'm using Christy's cell phone as a light prop for me so you can see my face.
There you go. Yeah, man.
I'm getting this interview done regardless. We're making this happen.
For sure. I just been working. Like this whole social media thing and all that kind of stuff has really turned itself into a job. I remember the last time we was on here, it was just something I did for fun. But now it's really something I do that puts food on the table, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, man, I'm sure Hector was asking you. So what have you been up to lately, man? Tell us about, I know that you signed like with a company with the WWE and stuff. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, man. So I signed with Current Media Company under the premise that like he had worked with a bunch of UFC guys, and I think professional fighters are some of the best marketed athletes on the planet.
Hell yeah.
So like that was really my thought process there, and then we've really just been grinding it out, talking to people, networking, getting our foot in the door. We're just right now we've just been growing. We started off with some like smaller, not like small deals, but like we started off with some smaller sort of things, and now we're working our way up to the bigger companies, working with some big dogs now. And I tell you, like once you get it's very different going from working with not like a small startup, but like a company that's maybe not as well known and then sort of a localized space to like corporations that are worth like billions of dollars like that. It is nuts. Like
Now, do you still do like? Do you still do like all all your TikToks and all your funny videos and all that? Is that all part of that?
absolutely, man. Like a lot of these are through TikTok, and I think the way that we've been able to monetize it and turn it into a business is it's one of the coolest parts about it. Being able to stick true to my like original content. Of course, we have plans to like branch out into more long form kind of stuff. Everybody does, and that'll be really attacked this off season. Right now, today, we started shopping around and looked to hire an editor because I don't have time to edit for YouTube if we want to get into that. But yeah, man, I mean, it's been a very, very awesome and very, very cool and very interesting and unique journey to get to this point because I guess coming up in a sense is you realize a lot of the scale of things. And then you realize just like how many different personalities and how many different types of people you'll meet in this entire industry. Because you'll meet people who are assholes. Like I'll be the first to
for sure.
You'll meet people who are fucking dicks and like will big league shit at you, just like whatever, bro. And then you'll also meet like some of those people who are at the absolute top of what they do, and you'll interact with them, and they're some of the nicest people on earth. But the whole entire experience, the entire thing has been something that I've learned a ton from, and something that I'm really excited to keep going in because it's what we do now. It's not, it's not like oh snap, we're out here as a multimillionaire. No, it's not the case right now, bro. But this is what
not yet.
Hopefully not yet. Man, we got goals for real. But this is just something that
Zach, I told John now that he signed with some WWE with the WWE and all that stuff. I was like, I gotta start watching Raw and SmackDown again. Next thing you know, we're gonna see him getting into a fighting match with Brock Lesnar.
I'll see you throwing that elbow shit, bro. Absolutely.
But I gotta see John come off the top rope once.
Yeah, we gotta get him against Roman Reigns or something.
My goodness. Oh man.
So
I'm not at that level.
So John, kind of talk to me about like the NIL process. I know that everyone talks about, name, image, likeness in context of like Alabama, right? The big brand name guys who, of course, everybody knows and stuff. Tell me what it's been like, because I know that all of this has kind of exploded from that, from finally being able to make money off of your brand, like we talked about the first time. So kind of walk us through how that's affected you. Like, was it an instantaneous like Thanos snap and then the world changed for you, or kind of what was going on?
For sure. So it started off as it wasn't slow when it started off, but before I was like signed on to my media company and everything like that, all the deals and pitches were going through me. So my phone never stopped ringing for like 2 weeks. I was like,
wow.
I was like, I'd literally put it down, go to the bathroom, 5 minutes later, come back, 8 new messages. I'm like, all right, dude, come on. And then
jealous.
You gotta. No, trust me. It's not.
Shoot, I'm just glad he was able to, out of all those messages, see us hit him up like, "Hey, you want to come back on?"
Oh man, they've slowed down a ton now because everybody goes through my guy Pat, but it's at first it was a little wild. It was a little crazy, and it was just like, what am I doing? And one thing that a lot of people don't know about is being a content creator, you got to weed through a lot of bullshit. Like people will be like, "Oh, I'll give you $30 to post this video." I'm like, dude, like I've been making content for free for a year and a half now, and if like I don't want to make it seem like $30 isn't a lot, because $30 was a lot more than I've had at one point, even
right
this past summer. But like when we're talking, if we're talking like a serious business, it's like there's a certain level and a certain standard that the content has to be upheld to, and I feel like if I've been doing this for a year and a half, as much as it may be new in that space, it's really not new in the NIL space. So You know, it's just there's certain things that you got to make decisions on, and you know, certain things that you got to pass on, and there are certain lucrative things that you got to pass on. I passed on a deal the other day. You know, I'm not going to name the company, but I passed on a 5-figure deal the other day just because I didn't like their product. I was like, I can't put this in front of my audience. Like,
Right.
There's so much to it that is like sort of, I guess, just come to a head, and I guess that's just like I'm even trying to think through it, man. Like there's just so much that has happened, especially since we last all spoke, that has been super cool and super fun. And there's also been a ton of times where I've learned a lot. But yeah, hopefully that ultra long-winded answer kind of gives a little bit of context.
Right.
Yeah,
I feel like the last time we talked was almost like exactly a year, because I feel like playoffs were coming up. We were talking playoffs the last time we spoke. So I feel like it's almost been, if it's not like 365 days, it's somewhere in that range.
Yeah, literally. I said the same thing, Zach. I was like, it's like almost a year, and we spoke it into existence where we were like, yo, by the time we get this guy back on the show, he's going to be making money off his name.
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, man. I was sitting like 10 feet in that direction, actually. I sit at the same table, and it's actually currently behind me in pieces. So that was
there. You go.
But yeah, man. I mean, like,
we got to get him one of those breaking down the tape T-shirts and have a head of the big boy committee written on it.
You already know. It'll be in the works. Don't you worry.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So how's football been going, man? How's that's been changing over the last year? Where are you at compared to last year? I saw we had to, or that not we, but you had to make an unfortunate change to the dark side of the football, man.
Dude, telling me, nah, it's all absolutely. You know, it was a big need that we had. We'd run thin on a couple numbers, so we had to switch over. You know, I've been enjoying it a lot. Finally got on the field this year, which has been fun.
There you go.
You know, just ran with the twos all year this year, which is pretty cool.
There you go, man.
Been learning the new position. Football's been great, man. It's still the same sport we've always played, and a lot of people always think that name, image, and likeness will take away from the time that you put into the game, but it really doesn't. Because you know, although I do work every day, because this at this point is a job, I still understand that there's certain obligations that I have. There are certain things that I still want to do, and that I still playing this game. I decided to play in college for a reason. So we're just keeping with that sort of theme and running with it, busting our ass. And whether we move back to defense or not, kind of hope we do, man. Really hope we do. But it's all good if we don't. You know, just bust our ass the same every single day.
There you go, man. Have you noticed like NIL changing for anybody else, or changing like the football season as you've seen it, or really hasn't changed too much about you going about your business, putting in the work on the field, your teammates doing the same thing?
I mean, the only thing it hasn't really changed anything like operationally. I think the only thing that has changed is the fact that I don't get my midday nap during training camp, and we have like when I get back from an away game, and like, you know, I don't get to go out and party like all the rest of my teammates. I gotta get work done. You know what I mean? Like,
right, go make money.
Absolutely, it's such an awful time. You know, there's necessary sacrifices you have to make. Like, you know, like any job, you're like, oh well, there's days I don't want to do this, and there's days where I'm like, you know, why do I have to get all this done? But same thing is there's days where you don't want to practice and you don't want to work out. Like, you just power through, keep your head down, be disciplined, grow a pair, and just get through it all the same.
Right on, man. Right on. I feel like we're interrogating you, so I apologize, man. I just wanted to make sure we caught up and made sure the people knew, you know, kind of what's been going on the last year.
Absolutely, man.
Why do you think I'm in the dark room over here? I'm in the interrogation room.
Who sent you?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I just be doing shit, bro. Like, again, I just be doing shit for real. That's really the extent of what I can explain it as.
I can appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So, man, unless you have any more questions about, you know, what Jon's been up to in the last year, man, I figured we'll talk some football. How do you feel about that?
Hell yeah. I already started talking to Jon a little bit about the AFC North. It's been a freaking crazy ride over on that side. And we both decided that the Bengals are going to take that one.
Yeah, I have your back in that. I agree with that.
I mean, James from Boda's not going to be too happy. But and I told John that he wasn't happy on his pound for pound episode with the Browns that I jumped on and just raved about the Bengals.
Yeah. John, in case you don't know, we've expanded a little bit. We brought on a good friend of ours that we've met through all this podcasting and stuff. And now he does a show on the day that the Browns play, 10 a.m. generally. He's a big Browns fan. So unfortunately, we had to, let him know that we didn't have too much faith in what they got going on over there in Ohio. Well, at least that part of Ohio.
Too much faith. I got absolutely zero faith. What are you talking about? They're going to be taking some early vacations and shit, my man.
I mean,
man.
We can't talk too much. We're seeing Zach Wilson just implode the Jets single-handedly.
Yeah, I'm a Patriots fan, so I only had a year.
I remember. Yeah, I'm sure you're loving life up there with mac and cheese, man.
It's amazing.
Mac and cheese.
I mean,
I forgot he's a Patriots fan. We should have reminded me before we asked him back on.
I mean, JT just ran all over our defense, but it's fine.
Don't feel bad. JT runs over everyone's defense, so don't feel too hurt.
And he's a Jersey guy, so I can't be too mad about it.
Shoot, speaking of the Patriots, how do you feel about Bill Belichick being able to literally win a game without throwing a pass?
Oh, that was amazing. I watched the entire thing. I was loving every second of it. I was like, this is smash mouth football. Like, what we're doing. Stop it. Like, literally, he told the entire Bills organization to grow a pair and nut up, and they couldn't do it. That was great.
That might be like the most Bill Belichickian thing ever, to win a game with only 3 pass attempts.
Yeah, it's either that or winning a game with 2 rush attempts. Like,
right.
He took the entire play out of the Navy's playbook from his father. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to run the ball and not throw a damn pass.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's 40-mile-an-hour wind, so I wouldn't be throwing the ball either. I'd say I'm like, look, we're going to live and die by the run here. If we can't run the ball effectively, we won't deserve to win the damn football game.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, so the Navy playbook. Sorry to cut you off. I went to my first Army Navy game when I came back. It was pretty sick. Yeah.
You went to the Army Navy game at MetLife?
Yeah, dude. MetLife's like an hour from my house.
I'm jealous.
Oh my gosh, stop, dude. But there was one like Navy SEAL guy there. He's like, so outside the Army Navy game, there's a bunch of just like these little stands and like tents and kiosks and stuff like that where you just get to check out cool shit.
Right.
I got to wear like these boots from like an old like Navy dive suit and whatnot. My boy, one of my best friends, a kid named Rick, he got to play with some damn like bomb robot.
Nice.
They had like guns and shit out there that you could hold. He's like, and then when Navy SEAL got he's like, yeah, I've never killed anybody with this one. I'm like, what?
What this one? What'd you just say?
Bro, I was like, hey, yo, relax. No, but that was like an awesome experience for real. Like,
I bet. I've never been to an Army Navy game. A couple of weeks prior, Army played UMass at West Point, and I went to that. But I haven't gone to an Army Navy game before.
Yeah, I assume Army won that game. The stats over the past 10 years can
tell us we were actually at MetLife like 2 weeks prior, watching the Jets get beat up by the Eagles.
Oh, dude.
Stacking beer cans on a passed out friend of ours. Yeah, it was a good time.
Dude, I was bleeders for Army Navy though, but I tell you, when they had the helicopters flying over and the jets flying over, I was sick. Like that was probably one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. Like that is,
oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
2000, just straight, cesspool of whatever diseases that were in there, man. I bought the tickets the night before. I was like, screw it.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
What's happening, Chaz? That's our boy Chaz.
What's up, Chaz?
So not to ask about your wallet, but I just want to know, like, how much did those tickets cost you?
No, they were only like $70.
Oh no shit! I expected them to be like $700.
Yeah, I was in section like 300 something. Like I was up there.
Oh yeah, don't worry. That's where we sit for Jets games. We feel you, bro.
I was like, there's no like the good seats surprisingly were like 150.
I thought he was gonna be like, bitch, I'm signed. I got front row seats for free.
I am not that cool, bro. Like, my goodness.
No field level, let you call a play, kind of passes.
If I was 3 inches taller and better at football, I would have been playing in that game. But
There you go.
you know what I mean, bro. But, yeah, man. That was.
Let me ask you. I forgot. How's your? I wouldn't call him a pet, but how's your friend Squirrel doing? I forgot his name. I apologize.
Quincy. Yeah, Quincy.
Quincy.
I think he's chilling. Like, he's probably just doing squirrel things.
Did Quincy get signed too? Was it like a pairing? Like if you got signed, Quincy had to get signed?
If I knew where he was, I absolutely would have had him.
Yeah.
I got him to change something, man.
Bring him on the come up.
You're gonna see Quincy the Squirrel with a little jersey on campus.
Absolutely. That'd be wild.
So I know we talked about the AFC North. I'm gonna assume that we can all agree that the Patriots take the AFC East.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
How do we feel about the AFC South?
The Colts are gonna take that one.
Think so? You don't think the Titans can keep a hold of it? You think the Colts are gonna come back?
They're not healthy enough, and the way Jonathan Taylor's running the ball, God.
Fair enough.
I mean, that is not something that is guaranteed. But it's something I can very much so see happening, especially in that division. Probably gonna happen.
Right on.
What's
right
up,
on.
Jay
So,
Bryant? Jay Bryant trying to steal me away from Zach.
Can you put a definition on it, John? Can you put like Colts or Titans on it, or you're just unwilling to say either way?
Look, whichever way I say, the opposite gonna happen. So I'm just not gonna say nothing.
Fair enough. I'm sure you're making one fan base of that organization very happy. Let's talk about the West. I personally, I feel like it's the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, the Chiefs they're just heating up and running away with it. I thought the Chargers would have had a chance, but they're starting to like nosedive a little bit.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs might be getting hot at the right time, bro.
See, I've already made my Super Bowl predictions. I actually just bet on it on MGM, the sports betting app, just the other day. But my Super Bowl predictions are, unfortunately, the Patriots versus the Buccaneers.
That would be nuts. That would be the game that I want to see.
I think the story is just too good, man. I think it's just the NFL wants it. The fans want it. Patriots are hitting their stride at the right time. The Buccaneers are the Buccaneers. I mean, we've got some devastating injuries as of late for them, but I don't think it's going to matter in the end. I've said that the Buccaneers were going back-to-back since before the season, personally, but I think the Pats will meet them there.
I said the Bucks and Bills when the season started, but I might have to switch it up now. I think now I would say it's going to be KC and Packers.
Wow, Bucks aren't even in it, huh?
Nah, man, those injuries. Like, what? You think Le'Veon Bell is gonna save them?
No, but I think playoff Brady gonna save him.
My man.
Brady, motherfucker, bro. You don't want to mess with Brady in the postseason.
And besides, the Saints just fucked up. The Saints just pissed off Brady something awful.
Fournette and Godwin.
Yeah, but still Brady.
The greatest football player ever.
If Bill
he can't throw to himself,
game, he would try.
Yeah, but he took a lot of shitty Patriots receiving cores very far in the playoffs, man.
If Bill Belichick can win a football game by throwing only 3 passes, Tom Brady can win a football game by running it only 3 times. I guarantee that shit.
If Tom Brady can will his
so what you're telling me is that Belichick's gonna play Brady in the Super Bowl and only throw 3 passes and win?
I think Tom Brady only runs the ball 3 times and wins.
Oh God! So you're saying he's gonna throw for like 700 yards then?
Wouldn't that be the fucking time for him to do it though? Is that like break every fucking conceivable record ever?
Yeah, I'm saying. Oh shit! Damn it! Now I forgot what I was gonna say.
My bad.
You good?
If you win the Super Bowl, you gotta just change the name from Lombardi Trophy to Tom Brady.
Listen,
They should.
my point in why you can never count out playoff Brady. In 2011, he took a team with the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL to the Super Bowl. Granted, they lost. But shit, he got them there. You know what I mean? That Patriots defense was abysmal. Like,
oh yeah,
it was bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm not going to sleep on playoff Brady. And trust me, I've betting against him for years, saying that if he goes to another team, he's going to be a scrub, go back from whence he came, and then this shit fucking happens. So I'm not betting against him. I'm done wasting my money.
Simply cannot. I don't bet because I'm not allowed to bet the NCAA. And I also like keeping my money where it is, man.
I bet small. I only bet like $10. I keep it nice and small, nice and easy. I'm not doing anything crazy.
I know a couple kids.
I don't bet on anything. I can't guarantee that W.
But you play fantasy football and miss the playoffs in your own league.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but I won. but I'm in the playoffs in three. But I'm in the playoffs in 3 other leagues. I took over a team halfway through the season and with a losing record and took them into the playoffs. Am I not Bill Belichick?
No.
I took a team.
That's a unanimous no.
I took over this team. They were 4-7, and I pushed them into the playoffs.
Cares.
And
John, do you see what I have to deal with?
To win the whole thing. Call me Bill Belichick.
No.
Do you see what I have to deal with, John? Like on a daily basis?
Hey, even though I'm not in the playoffs in my league, I'm still the reigning champ until the season's over. So you put some spec on my name.
By the way, everybody, we will be getting Sleeping Hector merch. I promise you it is coming. I am not sleeping on it per se. Pun intended.
So, John, I don't know if you noticed, but we did a live one day, and it was the Jets game.
Jets-Colts, actually.
Yeah, and they were getting demolished, and at halftime, I managed to doze off, and then we got raided by like 900 people, and they all saw me sleeping for about 25 minutes, and now everybody loves Sleeping Hector.
Wait, so you didn't wake him up, though?
I was yelling at him. It was over this. I was yelling at him. I'm like, Hector, wake up. You've got it. Like, me and another guy who were hosting it together were like yelling at him, like, bro, you got to wake up. Like, you got to, the fans want you. Like, people were swearing to God he was dead. Yeah, people wouldn't listen to me. I'm like, no, I've seen Hector like this. Like, he's good. No, he's dead. You need to call the cops. You need to check on him. Like, nah, he's good. He's good. And
then I wake up out of nowhere, like, take a swig of the beer, and I'm just like, so what happened?
Was everybody gone by that point too, or no?
No, we still had a good portion. Like, it wasn't 900. We had like 60, 70 people still left, though.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
It was Tom Grossi, actually. Tom Grossi rated us, and we had no idea what the fuck was going on. And like, I was 10 seconds away from ending the stream and just heading out. But yeah, we're getting Sleeping Hector merch. It's coming. I promise. I'm only one man. I can only do so much. If you ever find an editor, John, by the way, send him my way. I will pay him as well, or them, she, them. It doesn't matter to me. I will pay them.
Dude, I'm telling you. All right, speaking of merch is hard as shit. Like, oh my gosh.
I will violently nod to that, sir.
Dude, I released the clothing brand, the Big Boy Council clothing brand, in the middle of football season. It was supposed to release in August, and after, like, it took me until November to find like all the shit that I needed to. Like, that shit was nuts. I was like, why is this so hard? I had to go bank accounts and shit and like fill out forms so I didn't get arrested. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah. I go through we go through Teespring, which has a finite amount of products and stuff, and
yeah.
I'm still learning how to do it, but the problem is it has a very finite amount of products with very finite like definitions and places that you can put graphics and stuff like that. So it's been very difficult to work within those parameters. Otherwise, I have to do what you did and do a whole thing.
Dude, that was a lot. But we got it done. But like, that's another thing I learned how to do. Start a damn business. That shit is hard. That is a full-time ass job. It sounds like really dumb of me saying it now. Like, that shit is a job, bro.
Facts. So Got two questions for you. A, did you tell everybody where they can find your merch and give yourself shout outs for that kind of stuff?
It's nowhere right now. The store's closed until March.
What? Why?
I did pre-order, so I didn't have to hold stock.
Smart man. So come March, hopefully we'll be back open. Is that a hard set or is that like a soft set? Just so I know.
That's hard set because we're getting all that shit done now because I don't want to be behind schedule. I hate being late. It's like my biggest pet peeve on earth.
Perfect. I love it. And secondly, can we get I'll pay for it, but can we get a Jon Seaton signed jersey over here?
Hell yeah. Me and Zach are in a competition right now. He's one up on me. He got Lois Cook's jersey.
Hey, man, listen.
I need a Jon Seaton jersey.
Hey, bro. If once I get an extra jersey to give away or Elon decides to start selling some jerseys, because shit, let me tell you, man, they don't give it. I don't care. They can yell at me for this. We don't get no gear, bro. They get all.
What?
What's like? I got. All right. I'll say in the past 2 years, I've gotten 4 pairs of shorts, right? But those are like for practices and workouts, so they don't got.
Right.
I'm sounding like I'm playing at first world problems. I've gotten 2 hoodies. I've gotten 2 hoodies. I've gotten 1 t-shirt and something else. They just, hey man, it is. Everybody think that they like what they see on YouTube with them getting all that gear is true. That's only at them top 10 FBS schools, bro. Like
man,
that equipment budget gets tight, bro. So if enough people reach out to Elon and they start selling some jerseys or something, one, they better give me a cut of that shit because I'm gonna be the reason why they're selling them damn jerseys. I'll gladly send you a signed one. But merch probably releasing in March, early March. I kind of want to do it March 1st for the spring collection. So it's at bigboycouncil.com. Yeah, that's really where it's at, bro.
Right on. Let's get back to some football. I know we kind of drifted away. Who we got for the NFC South? I'll already tell you. I got the Bucks. I think they're going to the Super Bowl.
I also have the Bucks.
I mean, I'm not going to go against the Bucks to win their division.
But
I'm not going to go against the Bucks.
Oh, I thought there was a but in there. I thought you were going to say, but I'm taking the, I don't know. The Saints? Who fucking knows? I'll take the Bucks easily in that. Who we got for the West, gentlemen?
From the West?
I mean, pretty much every team in that division is making the fucking playoffs at this point. Except for like the Niners.
I kind of want to stay with the Cardinals, but the Niners have been hot.
I'm staying with AZ.
Yeah, see, for me, it's either Arizona or the Rams, and I know Arizona just lost to the Detroit, but I'm not too concerned about that. So
there was a year
I'll
where
stick with Arizona,
and they beat the Packers, who were undefeated, and the Packers were just fine.
Fair point.
Back when
Charles
was there, I don't even remember what year it was, but they were bad.
You know what? I'm going with the Rams over the Cardinals. I'm going with the Rams. It's Matty Stafford season.
So, by the way, I don't know if anybody checks my TikTok. That's fine. I do. Somebody posted a status. Look at me being fucking old as shit. Somebody put up a video and was talking about how Matt Stafford, that Calvin Johnson has like the single season receiving yard record, and Cooper Kupp is close to on pace to break that. He has a very decent chance at making it, but nobody talks about how it was Matthew Stafford throwing to both of these guys. So I was on there, and all I did was duet the video, just nodding my head along, because I've been preaching about Matthew Stafford's season.
Yeah.
Did you know how divided the world is about Matthew Stafford? Because it has like 50,000 plus views and about half that in comments, most telling me I'm a fucking moron, and the other portion of it agreeing with me and saying, "Oh, who doesn't know that? I can't believe people are saying the opposite." And so apparently Matthew Stafford is more divisive than Republicans versus Democrats, because it has sent my TikTok into a complete tailspin.
Dude, you post anything opinionated on TikTok, is bound to blow up at some point.
That's what someone said. I'm like, damn, I didn't even think that was a strong opinion. I didn't realize people had a strong opinion about Matt Stafford. Of all fucking people, I just thought it would be like a simple, "Oh yeah, I agree," or "Oh yeah, I disagree," not the nuclear warfare that has since ensued.
You want to hear something crazy? I'm in a group chat with a bunch of guys, and they always bring it up. That there's a rift between half the guys in that group chat. Half of them like Matt Stafford, and half of them don't. And the thing is that they keep comparing him and saying Lamar Jackson is better than him. They keep saying Lamar Jackson's a better quarterback than Matt Stafford. Now, I like my ganja goodness, but they're smoking crack. They're smoking crack.
I would say Lamar is more physically talented than Matt Stafford is, because Lamar has a lot of things, can do a lot of things that Stafford can't, as far as like mobility goes and escapability goes. So I would say Lamar is more physically talented, but a better quarterback. I would not agree with that.
I think Lamar has a higher ceiling than Matt Stafford does.
But a lower floor? Question mark?
Well, it's also there's a lot of other factors that go into it. Matt Stafford's receiving core runs circles around Lamar's right now.
I mean, you're not wrong, objectively speaking, but like quarterback to quarterback comparison, like pure just looking at the guy, looking at what they've done and what they can do.
Yeah, Matt Stafford.
I'm taking Matt Stafford because Lamar just can't throw the ball.
So let me put it this way. In Stafford's situation, right, if we're picking a quarterback for the Rams, are we taking Stafford or are we taking Jackson?
I'm picking a quarterback for the Rams by taking Matt Stafford.
I'm taking Stafford.
I'm gonna take Lamar, bro.
See, I'm keeping Stafford. I just, with the kind of passing threats that they have, I don't trust Lamar's arm. So let's flip it though. If we're taking the Ravens situation, are we taking Lamar? Or are we taking Stafford?
Well, I'm definitely taking Lamar because that offense is very. I think that it's built around him.
Also fair, yeah. I kind of see where I've made a mistake now.
You know what I mean? Like, and personnel wise, it's built around him. It's built because they have very big tight ends.
Yeah.
For all of what's that concept called for split zone concepts, blocking back on that weak side defensive end, or even leaking out if he's going to fucking let him go. Plethora of backs that not necessarily be great, but get the job done. And a line that can also, get the job done. Can get the job done.
Right.
Capable of getting the job done.
Right. Fair enough. I see where I've made my mistake. My point was that I think Stafford elevates receivers better, but now realizing that, talking about the Ravens situation, that, yeah, it's custom made for Lamar Jackson. So that would be a kind of piss poor comparison.
And
fair point.
At the same time, you would be dumb as a coach to not build an offense around the quality of an athlete that Lamar Jackson is.
I mean, if you take Stafford's Lions team when he was over there, are you comfortable with Lamar Jackson running that Lions team, or Matt Stafford doing what Matt Stafford had already done with that team? Because I'm sticking with Stafford. I'm not putting Lamar Jackson on that Lions team. He's going to get destroyed.
I'm not putting
also fair
on this team either, because I think 99% of people will get destroyed back there. Tom Brady will get destroyed back there.
Fair enough.
You have a shitty front seven, man. It's like, at that point, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's
in the front seven, bro. Like on the damn line on offense, bro. Like you're shitting the bed. Like everybody's shitting the bed at that point.
That's fair. Speaking of the Lions, though, because we kind of brought up the obviously the Lions and Packers before. A, who do we have taking the North? And B, do we think the Lions will get exponentially better next year? Because I have a sneaking suspicion that they will.
I'm riding for the fucking Detroit Lions to make the playoffs next year.
Dan Campbell has won everybody's heart. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm a Dan Campbell fan.
For Dan Campbell, bro. What?
We all agree the Lions actually have a very good team that just they gotta mold together, figure out their identity, and they actually are not bad. They're not bad. They've been in a lot of close, winnable games.
I do not like Jared Goff.
Amen. Second that motion.
I think Jared Goff is one of the glaring issues. He's like just good enough to not like to stay out of that conversation, but he's not good enough to like make everybody around him a winner.
So then here's a quote from myself and Hector that you'll agree with. He is the world's most okayest quarterback.
Yeah. The way that I can describe him is like Washington's record over the past 10 years. Painfully
Not
mediocre.
So Jay Bryan says the Packers claimed the North already and are the only team to claim a playoff spot, which I want to state that he is false in that. Yes, the Packers have claimed the North, but they're not the only team to claim a playoff spot because the Bengals have claimed a playoff spot.
Jay, don't try and argue with him. If Hector says this kind of shit that confidently, he knows. Just trust me. If you try and Google it, he'll be right. He's almost never wrong with that kind of shit. But I didn't know they already locked up the North, so I guess that's a foolish question of me to ask. So
yeah, the Packers are 11-3, and who's competing against them in the North?
You make it sound like I pay attention to the NFC North, sir. I barely pay attention to the AFC East because the Jets are so bad.
I mean, the Bears are over there.
Okay, but Matt Nagy is like terrible. Like, I hate Matt Nagy, so I don't give a shit.
I was watching Trap House Sports today, bro, and he said Matt Nagy just gets the ball there every time he loses, and I lost it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm probably the world's largest Matt Nagy hater, outside of maybe Bears fans themselves, because I just cannot stand Matt Nagy.
Dude,
I don't see Matt Nagy with a job next year.
He shouldn't. Is Christy dying over there? Christy, are you alive?
I'm okay.
Nah, she's all right. She's all right.
That's good.
She might be trying to give me COVID, but that's all right.
What'd you say, John?
That's disgusting.
So, how do we feel about the East? I'm taking the Cowboys personally.
Cowboys!
I am also taking the Cowboys.
Well, you know Christy's choice, being a Cowboys fan.
Cowboys!
Boo.
She said Cowboys take the Super Bowl. Oh my God!
Drugs. You shouldn't be doing drugs while driving, Christy. That's bad for you.
Crystal meth.
As long as they stay in the team alive.
Yeah, I've played at AT&T before for the national.
What?
Yeah, it's actually how I tore my ACL.
The most humble flex ever on the face of the planet.
Nah, man.
Now you know not where to play since you tore your ACL there.
Yeah, so I won't be playing that. It wasn't actually there. So I played there for 2 years in a row. It was for the national team back in like early high school. And first year I went there, I hurt my elbow. I was like, fuck, all right, guess we'll go back again. Second year I go there, I tear my ACL. Okay, maybe I'm done. Like,
yeah, maybe AT&T is just not the place to be.
I hurt my elbow. Actually, it wasn't at AT&T. It was one of like I think it was UT Arlington, something like that. Like one of the smaller UTs.
Right.
But yeah, it hurt my elbow and tore my ACL at the same place. So done in 2 different years, which was that's amazing. But
gonna go ahead and put the squash on that then.
Yeah, let's just keep John away from Texas.
I'm actually going. I'm going in 6 days.
Yeah, don't go to Texas. You're gonna come back and be like, "Damn it, I got hurt again."
Dude, I'm going to Austin and see my girlfriend. So as long as my heart doesn't get shattered, I guess it'll be the first time I leave Texas without getting hurt.
Damn. That is not. That's not. Let's not even think about that. That's not a great setup. We don't want that.
Nah, it's all for the comedic relief. She understands. She'll probably yell at me for saying that.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So, give me a final like Super Bowl prediction, like not the craziest, but like the most realistic like Super Bowl prediction you can give me.
Can't shy away from playoff Brady. Can't shy away from playoff Brady. And as much as I want the Pats to go, I don't see the Chiefs.
You really think the Chiefs are all that this year?
Honestly, I'm gonna say that Chiefs Bucks rematch just so the Patriots can beat the Chiefs at some point. There's psychology. So,
fair enough.
Yeah, man.
What about you, Hector? What you got for me for like realistic Super Bowl predictions?
I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm shut up, not Dallas. Never. I will never say that. No, I'm gonna go Packers. I really think Aaron Rodgers is gonna do it. Aaron Rodgers is gonna push them over the hump.
We say that every year.
Hopefully, the coach doesn't take the ball out of his hands in the last minute, and he gets over the hump, and it'll be Packers and the Chiefs.
You don't like Aaron Rodgers on the field for field goals? That's not a thing that we want to do, apparently?
I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is kicking the ball's still in his hands, technically.
Fair enough. So, who do we think is going to win?
Chrissy sold on Dallas.
Yeah, tell her to not actually bet on that. Do not put the down payment for the house on that.
Put all my money on it.
If it's Packers Chiefs, I would still pick the Chiefs over the Packers.
We got one for Chiefs. What about you, John? You got Chiefs and the Bucks. Who do you got?
I think the Chiefs got it.
Really? The Chiefs have been too streaky for me this year. I said it before, I'll say it again. I got the Bucks. No matter who they play, I still think it's the Patriots, but I'll take the Bucks in that. Tom Brady is just going to shatter humanity as we know it.
That's fair. I can never be mad at somebody thinking Brady's going to win the Super Bowl.
I'm mad at myself for it if it makes you feel better. I'm mad for the two of us.
There you go.
I'm going to find the Infinity Gauntlet, and if he wins another Super Bowl, he's going to look like Spider-Man. Snapping my fingers and he's turning into dust.
Shut up, I haven't seen it.
No, he's talking about Endgame. He's not talking
about
all I heard was Spider-Man, and I was like, absolutely not. We're not doing
No, I haven't seen it yet either. I would have yelled at him. Don't you stress.
So it's like when I ruined Squid Game for everybody in a comm class. That was bad.
I gotta go watch it. Everybody keeps telling me to bring a box of tissues.
Yeah, I've heard it's crazy. How did you ruin Squid Games for your comms class?
Because I was sitting in there and I was like, I can't believe so-and-so was behind the whole fucking thing. And then everybody was like, dude. And I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, no. Oh, that's the worst. Way to go.
I'm like, this has been out for like a month. So at this point, it's your fault if you ain't seen this shit.
Right. Have you not been on any social media whatsoever in the last month?
Like, what? It was like, bro, it's literally been a month. Relax.
Who do we got Aaron Rodgers going to? Since I don't think he's staying in Green Bay.
Denver. I want to see him in Denver.
Denver, no shit.
Denver.
I mean, I've heard connections there, but I don't see it.
You know what'd be crazy? Aaron Rodgers to the Lions. That'd be nuts.
That would be disrespectful.
Aaron Rodgers to Detroit.
You know what would be even more disrespectful than that?
Russell Wilson to the Giants.
Russell Wilson to the Giants. You're stupid. Aaron Rodgers, after he just said, I own you to the Bears, turns around and goes to the fucking Bears.
Wouldn't shock me. I mean, that seems like a very Aaron Rodgers things to do, though. So apparently, Hector J is saying that the Cincinnati Bengals have not locked up that playoff spot, and he said what he said. And apparently, this gentleman or person, lady or person, has not seen Squid Game yet, and they think A-Rod to Jacksonville. Come on now, you got to be trolling. There's no way Aaron Rodgers goes to Jacksonville, under any circumstance.
That's nuts. Crazy talk.
I think Brady retires after winning his 8th ring, and Aaron Rodgers follows him to Tampa Bay. And then they win a 3rd one in a row because that's apparently going to be the retirement home for quarterbacks who go to win Super Bowls.
That would be kind of wild.
Do we think Devontae Adams follows him wherever he goes?
Aaron Rodgers takes up after the Bucks when Brady retires.
Just saying, that's the story, man. I'm taking it.
I would legitimately hate life.
Amen. Do we think Devontae Adams follows him wherever he goes, or do you think it matters?
Devontae Adams doesn't want to. He'll go wherever Rodgers goes.
Jay's saying the same thing to that.
Yeah, like
he'll do whatever he has to, pay cuts, whatever, but he's gonna stay with Rodgers.
I think the Jets should do everything in their power, give up every ounce of money they have this offseason to go get Devontae Adams. I'd be happy if it. If they spend every ounce of free cap space to go get Devontae Adams, I'd be happy.
Watch him get triple covered and the same shit happen.
Why you gotta be like that? I know that you're a Pats fan, but let me have one nice thing, damn it, John. I haven't had nice things for the last 20 years. All right, let me have one nice thing, please.
This isn't even about me being a Pats fan. It's just about the Jets being the Jets.
Also a fair point.
Also a fair point. You ever driven by MetLife on a Sunday when the Jets are there? It's dead silent. It's crazy.
I've been at MetLife on a Sunday when the Jets are playing.
So
I don't need to drive by.
Yeah,
I mean, at least we got 2 top 5 picks this year.
Huh?
At least we got 2 top 5 picks this year.
Yeah, but at least by 14 minutes and 49 seconds in the first quarter, it's quiet in there.
Dead silent.
You cheer for 11 seconds, and then it's just a bunch of sad people getting drunk.
I mean,
rude.
Stop talking about us like that. We literally witnessed it. We went to the Eagles game, and by mid-third quarter, we were back in the parking lot setting up the pong table.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, all right. Think about it this way: being a Patriots fan, I got to deal with annoying accents and an overabundance of lobster every weekend. So shut the fuck up.
Oh, life must be so bad with all of those Super Bowl rings. I can't imagine.
I just don't know when the next one's coming. That's the worst part.
Probably sooner than you think. Mac Jones is the real deal.
Yeah, I'm thinking next year. Patriots might lock for my next year's Super Bowl.
All right, I'll put money on it for next year. I'll see if the MGM betting app will let me put $10 on next year's Super Bowl.
There you go. I was about to say you can't put it on with me. I'm not allowed to do that.
Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah.
And we totally won't split the money.
No, we're not going to do that. All you I just give the advice.
Are you allowed to do that at least? Give the advice if it's free?
Probably. I don't know. Next thing you know, the NCAA comes knocking on my door, and I'm a full-time content creator like that.
No, we don't want to do that to you, brother. We don't want to do that just yet to you. But well, no, I mean, I want you to finish your college career first before you become a full-time post-football anything.
For sure.
So tell me, man, what's the plans for post-football?
Post-football plans. We're going to continue to make content. It's not the only thing I want to do. I like doing social media consulting. That's usually that's my quote-unquote 9 to 5.
Right.
But for a couple businesses around here now, we're trying to expand that whole sort of thing. Getting in and just kind of making shit. We're going to just see if we can make the big guy sort of everything store, like the big guy Amazon. That's what we want Big Boy Council to eventually become. Not just merch and clothes and stuff like that, but we're looking to expand a couple other ways. And, sky's the limit right now. Still, I'm not even 20 yet, so we're still rolling down. I was born in 2002. Yeah.
I hate how young you are. I love you, man, and I respect the hell out of you, but I really hate when you say stuff like that. I'm turning 30 in 4 months. I don't need any of that.
I'm turning 30 in a month and a half.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, it's weird because in NIL, I'll be talking to all these big shot people who do all this shit for a living, and then they're like, "Oh, well, I need you to do this, this, and this." I'm like, "No, fuck you. That's wrong. I'm going to do this, this, and this." They're like, "Oh, you're right." I'm like, well, that's a weird ass feeling. When they're like,
"Yeah, man,
what do you want? What are you thinking about doing?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Not even 20 yet. Why are you asking me? Aren't you the adult? Shit.
Yeah, dude. I got my driver's license 2 years ago.
Oh my god. John, stop. You were already fucked up when you said 2000.
He's like, I'm just able to buy a drink legally.
Dude, I can't even buy a drink legally. I'll be able to buy a drink in 2023.
That is, I have my youngest siblings are older than you, and they're 8 years younger than me, John. That's
dude.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't mean it like that, man. It's just always because of your level of maturity, the things that you've done, and then you come out and say 2000 and I don't care what the other number is. 2000 and is enough for me.
We're just trying to find somewhere to grow, man. Because
feel you, bro.
there just comes a point where It's either going to be put up or shut up time with this content type of stuff.
I
Hopefully,
feel you, man.
we were blessed enough to put up.
By the way, what is your major, if you don't mind me asking?
You old ass man.
I'm a strategic communications major, and I have a minor in professional sales, which is marketing. That's what the fancy name for marketing at Elon is. If I could do it all over again, I'd have gone in as an independent major and created my sort of thing on its own.
Okay.
But there's a ton of lessons that you learn in school, and like I think one of the hardest things that I'm doing right now is trying to not go completely in the sense of resume over GPA, if that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah, you got to balance the two of them out, because if you don't have the GPA, then you ain't gonna look good. But if you don't have the resume, then you ain't gonna look good.
Absolutely. And it's like, sometimes I'll have the dilemma where it's like, dang, I got a project due tomorrow, but I also got to read over a contract and sign it. And if I read over this contract and sign it, it's going to do a lot more for me than if I do this project right now. I'm not saying
right,
but like there's just sometimes where things are you just get a little bit back. Like it's life. And one thing about Elon is the professors, like, they understood the story and they've understood everything like that. And they've been super great about everything. They'd be like, yeah, dude, we understand that, like, you have this entire thing going for you and we want you to chase it. So like go chase it and get this done when you can. We understand. Like, thank you. Like,
that's been awesome, man. That's got to be game changing to have people at your back like that.
For sure. And even if they weren't, then I probably would, I'm like, again, I'm 19, so I'd be like, fuck you. But like,
well, you gotta get Quincy. You gotta get Quincy to start working. He could do your projects for class while you're doing your business shit.
That'd be crazy. That's my little squirrel buddy. Imagine he's that little motherfucker how to write. That'd be crazy.
Oh shit, man. Well, when does the season start for you guys? Because I know, like, college football itself is just like the major stuff is coming to an end here.
So we start up spring ball. I don't know what days spring ball is, but I'll probably be back down there in the middle of the summer to start ramping up for next season.
Right on.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's really, this is the part of the year where we set up a lot of stuff. We're working, especially at the end of the year. We're coming down to the wire with a couple of deals, a couple of things we're making in 2022. It's what I didn't necessarily want to happen, but it's just as much my own. It's my own fault because I've taken a liking to golf, and now I go every day. So now I'm just like, fuck. You know what I mean?
No, see, are you any good at golf? Is the real question, though.
So I have. The clubs that I use are they're like from Target from the 90s.
Damn.
So I'm not using good forgiving golf clubs. I'm using some unforgiving ass golf clubs, man. But I think it's helping me a lot. I've been playing golf for all of 4 days.
Damn, so it's a recent interest. Okay.
Yeah, if you check my Instagram story, that's me. I'm swinging a golf club on there. It's not too horrible. It's not great, but we're just fucking around. It's cool. I like to go out there. I like to go to the driving range, just throw some balls.
You gotta hit Top Golf with John.
Huh?
Sold.
We gotta take you to Top Golf.
For sure, man. Just go tap some shit down range, pause, and then just throw a podcast on my AirPods and just chill out. It's a good way to just like reset and relax. I don't expect to be good. So when I hit one that goes real far, I'm like, wow, that's fucking crazy.
Fair enough, man. I love how humble you are, even with, like, just simply golfing, man. I love how in every aspect of your life you are just like the most down to earth person. Whereas Hector and I, if we hit one like 200 yards, we're like, yes, you suck. We're better than you.
Well, every other hit went the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. But one,
I shank everything off to the right. I have an awful problem doing that. But we'll figure it out. I don't know.
I got the same issue. I for some reason I keep cutting everything in this place. It goes to the right.
Yeah, today I hit one. Just like it was just a great follow through over the top shoulder. Like my head came up at the right time. I just looked at it. I looked at it and I was like, oh, I'm fucking Tiger Woods, bro.
Put me on the tour, baby.
Yeah, dude, swung at the next ball and missed. Just heard, and I was like, wow, this is embarrassing. A couple kids in front of me looking over, and I heard him laughing. I was like, fuck.
Man, who do you think you are? I'm Jon Seaton. God damn it, get away from
Not
me.
even, bro. Like that's one thing that I love, man. Like about the spot that we're in right now. Honestly, it's one thing I can say. It's like I'll get recognized in public and stuff like that, but it's not like to the point where it's like not annoying per se, but like it's not like constant. Like I can still go out, have fun, and like if I want to just be there and chill out and be wherever, like I can do that, which is probably still one of the coolest parts about it. But I still do love taking pictures of people and like meeting new people. So if anybody who's watching this ever sees me in public, say what's up.
Respect.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of like being famous in public, and Jay put up a comment that I want to get to here about football in a second. Those two guys on your campus, I don't remember their TikTok account
Joey
name and stuff.
Steven, are you kidding? TV. Those are my boys. They're awesome.
So Hector, because you're not on TikTok a lot, so these dudes, like I didn't realize they were on Elon until I think they did something with John. But they stand around like silent, and they have a sign that says you have to go bring us a full bag of fully popped popcorn for $20, and they stand there and don't say anything and just wait for people to do whatever the sign says. And they have somebody obviously off in the distance filming it, but it is the funniest fucking thing on the face of the planet. So are they
way off in the distance?
Are they like a student? Are they just random like townies? Like
I forget. I think they used to go there. They used to go to school somewhere near there. But they're just two friends, man, and they set a camera up on a tripod.
okay.
Yeah, dude, like it's nuts. They're cool as hell, though. Like I love those guys. Like, I always love to work with them. Like just bouncing ideas off each other. They taught me a lot, especially just like in expanding content and everything like that.
Sure.
Where it's just super fun. Those guys are dope. They come up with some outrageous ideas though. Like
one I just saw the other day was like they had like a full bucket of water and it was pour this water on your head and get $100 or whatever it is. And then this chick walked up and was like, all I have to do is pour the bucket on my head. And then one dude just like silently nodded. She picked it up, got herself $100. They've got the money sitting there right there, cash out. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah, no. They had, I think they put up one either today or yesterday. It was in the past week that it was find us a Christmas tree, wrap yourself in wrapping paper, and pour this bucket of eggnog on your head for $500. Like that was nuts.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was crazy. They go to a bunch of different campuses. It's not just Elon. Like they're
okay. See, that's what I feel like I've only ever seen them at Elon. Maybe because the TikTok algorithm knows what I'm doing with my life, but
maybe. But like, yeah, no, they're all over the place. They're some cool guys for real.
Right on.
Yeah, man. You know, that's one thing about TikTok that I've noticed. Nobody does like collabs. Like I've done like maybe 3 collabs in my entire time on the app.
Oh yeah, don't you worry. Once I get we're about 150 away from 1,000, and I've got like a whole line of like football creators and fantasy football creators that I'm going to be going live with. And there's like I can't travel right now. I've got a full-time job, and Hector's moving, and like we can't like travel to do because a lot of the people I know happen to be in Canada and the West Coast. Can't travel out there. I've got a job and stuff. But there will be a lot of live collaboration going on there.
For sure. I see people on live together, but like I never see like 2 giant creators on live, like or just even collabing videos. Like it's so odd. You see on YouTube so much more.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok is very much a solo kind of thing. You don't really see a whole lot of.
I mean, TikTokers are also like notoriously known as fucking narcissists.
Also fair. Also a fair point. Because wasn't there like a big group of them that tried to do like TikTok houses or some shenanigans like that?
That was a thing a while ago. I don't know too much about it because like it was all like that was all the whole dancing side of TikTok. I'm not on that side.
Amen.
You know what I mean? To do well on TikTok, you either got to be hot or funny. So you know I know what side I fall into.
Thanks, John.
I know what side I fall into. That's why we got the CoverGirl sponsorship. I'm kidding. But it's just like I wouldn't say that everybody's a narcissist, but like a lot of people on that app have very big heads, and if like I'll hop into somebody's live and I'll be like, "Yo, what's up, man?" They'll be like, "Who the fuck is this?" I'm like, "All right, bro." Like,
wow, damn.
Like I'm sitting there, I'm like, I outdo your views by 4 million every week, but it's fine.
Damn, but luckily, I guess maybe I'm not part of that kind of TikTok because I feel like every time I hop in yours or I hop in like Lois Cook's or I hop in a lot of people that I feel like I could call like friendly at the very least.
Yeah.
I feel like they're very gracious. Hey, breaking down the tape, we really appreciate you guys. Blah blah blah. So luckily, I haven't had that experience. I'm sorry that you have. Luckily, it's been a good one for me though.
It is perfectly fine. With this, I guess the entire app, it's like not that people feel threatened from other creators, but like there's a billion people on the app. Relax.
Right, we can all have our slice of the pie.
Exactly. There's a billion people on the app. And you have a million followers. Like if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, you're not that cool. Like none of us are that cool.
Right. So real quick, just to bring it back to football, Jay is asking, so the quarterback draft class upcoming is garbage, which he is not wrong. Do the Jets try and fix their O-line with the top 10 first round picks? Jesus, I had no idea why I had that much trouble with it. But no, I don't think they do. Elijah Vera Tucker is great. Mekhi Becton's been out for like 90% of the season, so I'm not too concerned about their offensive line, but I am concerned about our defensive secondary.
I mean, if they get the way it looks right now, Jacksonville got the number 1 pick because the Jets lost to Miami, and last week Houston and Jacksonville had a play. We have the strength of schedule like tiebreaker, so we're guaranteed the 2nd overall pick as of right now. I see them going for a defensive end because there's 2 out of the top, I think 4 picks are going to be defensive ends. I see them going for a defensive end, and then with the 2nd pick, either trading back to get more capital or going for another offensive line.
See, I would trade out of that position if it was a DN personally, because you got Carl Lawson coming back. You know what I mean? And then you have Sheldon Rankins. Rankins is a DT. My apologies. But you've got Carl Lawson coming back. Yeah, you've got both the Lawsons on either end. So I wouldn't. If all I was going to do is pick a D end at that position, at that number 2 pick, I would definitely trade back if I were them. Got any opinions, John? I know it's the Jets, but
it's the Jets.
Fair enough.
Stop hating on my damn Jets.
We do enough of that already.
He's like, oh, they're just going to trade back, give the pick to the Patriots, and we'll go to the Super Bowl.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, one of the weirdest things is becoming a college football player. I watch and pay attention to professional football so much. That's my entire
Really?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Because think about it, like your whole day is full of 7 hours of football a day. It's like,
not gonna lie, that sounds like heaven. Luckily, nobody from my job will ever pay attention to this. But I literally sit at my job all day and have on Game Pass on my iPad. That's all I do at my job.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's the grass is always greener. You always wish that there was more football when you're not in it. But like,
fair enough.
I'm home for practice, and I've taken 60 reps of just a place in scout team and an actual team. I'm like, the last thing I want to think about is snapping this damn ball. And then the next day I wake up and I'm like, damn, I want to go play some fucking football, bro. Like,
yeah, I can appreciate that. You're right. From an outsider looking in, just watching the game and paying attention to it like Hector and I do, that's one thing. But I'm sure being in it every day is a whole nother level.
Like, college football is every single day. For us, it was every day from August 6th through the bye week, which was like week 6 or week 7 in the season. And then it was every day again from week 7 to November. It was something. It was whenever we had Thanksgiving break.
Roger.
So, like, it's a lot. But, it's just no joke. But at the same time, like, you got to love what you do. You're not going to be good at it. Like,
could appreciate that.
Sure.
I can appreciate that. So real quick, I don't know about you guys, but it's getting late for my old ass. So I want to answer this one last question unless you guys have anything more.
No, I mean, I'm down with one more question or two because I got about 4 more hours to this drive, and I'm going to have to take over for Christy in a little bit.
Woof! I did not realize it was that far away. I feel like it was closer in my own head.
Yeah, we're like halfway through Virginia, almost hitting North Carolina.
Jesus.
Drive through.
So, last question we got from Jay is Baker Mayfield done in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But just look what happened. So last year, right now, before the season started, they picked up his 5th-year option. This is them saying, all right, you got to show me something to get your contract. So he goes out, tears his labrum, plays like shit. Team gets decimated with injuries. They're 7-7. They cough up maybe 2 games that they should have won, where they would have probably solidified a playoff spot by now. Baker, the team is there to make a playoff push. Baker's not the guy.
See, I disagree with you. I think unless they go get like Aaron Rodgers, I think they have to keep Baker because I don't trust anybody in this draft class personally.
Fair.
I mean, that's my opinion on it. Is Hector, I do agree with you that Baker hasn't done enough to say I own this position, but because there's nobody that I really like in this draft class, I wouldn't waste an ounce of draft capital on it. So you'd either have to make an honest-to-God push at Aaron Rodgers or stick with Baker.
What if you trade Baker to Chicago for Justin Fields?
I don't think Chicago takes it. I think they're idiots if they do. I think they're the biggest idiots on the planet, but I don't think they take it.
Nagy is a head coach.
Also fair.
Well, Matt Nagy's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
I don't see how you look at Baker and look at Justin and say I'd rather have Baker. I just don't. I mean, Justin, I think, is the upgraded version of Baker. I think he's everything Baker wants to be and more. That's just me personally. I'm not going to lie, I'm a Justin Fields stan. I love that kid's heart. I love that kid's grit. I love everything about him. I am a total Justin Fields stan. I will openly admit that.
That's my skinny doppelganger, so I got to roll with him.
Skinny doppelganger. I like that.
Justin Fields just needs a more experience and a veteran quarterback behind him because he looks like a deer in the headlights when he's out there on the field.
Yeah, he gives it his all, but the pace of the game is a little bit too fast for him right now. But I think he has the physical attributes and the heart to definitely make up for it. But anywho, gents, Hector, you should probably take a nap before you have to drive in the next couple hours. I'm sure John's going to turn around and wake up and do everything all again tomorrow. And I have babies in my household, so I'm not going to sleep tonight anyway. But, John, real quick, before we let you go, brother, let everybody know where they can find you, where the Big Boy merch will be coming out in March, and all the good stuff.
Yeah, man. So you can find me on TikTok at Jon Seaton, on Instagram at SA76N, on YouTube at Jon Seaton, starting that up. March, BigBoyCouncil.com, dropping in March, hopefully March 1st. But yeah, really appreciate you guys for having me on. It's fun. Always love coming back, chopping up with you guys.
Hell yeah, man. We'll have to do it again. And the second that I can go on live, we'll make sure that we can chop it up on there too, man.
Absolutely, man. For sure, brother.
All right, Hector, you got anything else for him?
Thank you again, John. Nah, you guys already know. Hector, I said what I said. Thanks again, John. If you guys already don't know, go back, listen to that first episode with him. Search him up on Instagram, TikTok, and all that jazz. He got great content. He'll make you fucking laugh, piss your pants. And I mean, you're part of the Breaking Down the Tape family, man. You gave us a chance just as much as we gave you a shot, and we can't wait to have you back on.
Absolutely, man. Just let me know. I'm always down. You know me.
Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, so everybody, make sure that you like, follow, share. Definitely check out John's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, the whole nine, everywhere you can find them. Definitely check us out wherever you can find us, Breaking Down the Tape. Pretty simple. That's the username literally everywhere. And until next time, guys, have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. Happy New Year's.